Hello and welcome to highlights of the fourth and final stage of Vuelta Burgos. It's a 9.4 kilometer individual time trial today from Velozana de Mena to Lezana de Mena. All the riders going through their pre-race time trial warm-ups and preparation. But a tough technical 9.4 kilometers awaited the riders, 135 meters of elevation. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you can see from the route it would be a technical course, very narrow as well to contend with. Zoe Backstead was the early pace setter. She was 34th rider from the start to get things underway, but the former European under-23 TT champion and the former world junior champion put herself to the top of the leaderboard with a 13-minute and 5-second ride. It would stand the test of time for a majority of the afternoon. It would eventually be good enough for 6th place. Lorena Wiebes starting the day in the green jersey. She was second in that classification behind Marlen Reusser. She has had TT victories in her career. She was close, but not close enough. The time of Zoe Backstead standing the test of time. We was crossing the line with 13:19.7. It would be good enough for 8th place. World road champion Lotte Kopecky swapped one stripy jersey for another as the European time trial champion looked to try and take a time trial victory here in Vuelta Burgos. She was fast out on the course as she drove for home. She would be the first rider to unseat Zoe Backstead from the top of the leaderboard. She went quickest with 13:03. It was quick and it would be eventually good enough for 5th place. Juliette Labousse, the FDJ Suez rider, didn't have the day in the mountains that she wanted yesterday. She started the day in 8th on the general classification. The former French national time trial champion, though, was looking fast out on the course. And Labousse was putting in one of the stage race time trials of her career. And through the tight twists and turns, she would be the first rider to go under 13 minutes. Mia Bjorndal Ottostad of Uno X Mobility had gone quicker than Kopecky at 13:01, but Labousse bested the time with a 12:57, 4 seconds faster. Starting the day in 3rd on general classification, Elisa Longo-Borghini was chasing the time of Yara Castellan, who started behind her to try and move up in the general classification. But Longo-Borghini, also a top time trialist, she came home marginally outside the time of Juliette Labousse. It would be good enough for 3rd place at the finish. Yara Castellan started the day in 2nd on general classification, a minute and 10 down on Marlen Reusser. To defend that 2nd place and also stay on the podium, Castellan would have to do the time trial of her career. She did that. She would eventually finish in 3rd on GC. It was good enough for 20th on the day, 42 seconds down, but she would finish 3rd in Vuelta Burgos. The final rider to start, Marlen Reusser, 26 career wins, 13 of them coming in individual time trials. She had won the summit finish yesterday. She said it herself in post-race interviews yesterday, it's a couple of years since she turned the pace in anger in an individual time trial, but she came up to the line. It was 2 wins in 2 days as she went 6 seconds faster than Labousse. A sporting handshake from the FDJ Suez rider, but Marlen Reusser is the winner of the individual time trial and the general classification in the 2025 Vuelta Burgos. 12 minutes 51, averaging 44.1 kilometers an hour. Our stage result, Marlen Reusser ahead of Juliette Labousse and Elisa Longo-Borghini, with Ottostad, Backstead, Allerud, Wiebes, Koch and Wollaston all in the top 10. 2 days, 2 wins for Movistar's Marlen Reusser. They've been searching for a stage race leader for a couple of seasons since Annemiek van Vleuten retired. They now have it with Marlen Reusser. She also takes the Queen of the Mountains classification ahead of Elisa Longo-Borghini and Yara Castellan, so a red jersey to go with the purple one. Not only that, Marlen Reusser also takes the victory in the points jersey classification. Our general classification looks like this. Marlen Reusser takes the victory at 1 minute and 51 seconds ahead of Lisa Longoborghini, with Yara Castelline at 1 minute 58. Spratt, Labouche, Chabet, Otterstadt, Cavallard, Malcotti and Alerud are top 10. Marlen Reusser stands on the top step of the podium with Elisa Longoborghini, and Yara Castelline runs out the winner of Vuelta Burgos as our Spanish block of racing comes to an end.